Hello there, welcome to another episode of the Allotment Dram. This is a series of short videos where we sit and talk about different whiskies in the surroundings of our North London allotment. And as you can see, you've joined me today on what's quite a grey, gloomy sort of day. It's been drizzling, a little bit of rain on and off. So not the nicest day, but it's still quite mild for middle of November, so not too bad at all. Certainly been able to get on with a few jobs here and there. But of course I am here for the Allotment Dram. I am here to talk about whiskey. What is it today, I hear you ask? Well, it's one of the biggest selling whiskies in the world, that's what it is. It's the Johnnie Walker Black Label. This is 12 years old. So the minimum age of any whiskey, be it single malt or single grain within the blend, is 12 years old. There's some older whiskies in there too, but obviously Johnnie Walker, very famous, the biggest selling Scotch whiskey brand in the world. The brand itself sells a staggering 220 million bottles of whiskey a year, which is a staggering amount. It's hard to even comprehend that. And of that, the highest percentage, the biggest seller, is the red label, but the black label is the second biggest seller. So it's been around, the black label that is, it's been around since 1909, and this is when the Walkers, John Walker and Son, they decided to expand their range. So they had the old Highland whiskey, the old Highland blend, which they'd sold for a good 40, almost 50 years. But they decided to create 3 different blends, highlighting different flavors. So there was the red label, there was the black label, and then there's one which is now defunct, not been available for a long time actually. It's the white label. So this came into its current sort of guise as a 12-year-old, minimum age 12, with the age statements on the bottle in the late 1970s, and has been like that ever since. So massive selling whiskey. I can't believe we're looking on the blog earlier when we were looking through the samples of what to do, and can't believe that we actually haven't ever reviewed the black label. So it's good to go back to basics sometimes and look at these massive sort of massive whiskies. It's very cool to sort of always be reviewing these limited editions or cask strength, or from a quirky distillery or quirky cask type, but it's always good to push the reset button and go back to these classics. So this is one of the first blends we ever tried, so I think without further ado we should probably have a little taste. So here we go. So it's 40%. There we are. It's 40%, so that's the legal minimum for Scotch whisky. And let's have a look here. You see lovely sort of golden colour, almost amber there. And let's have a smell. Yeah, it's got a lovely sort of fruitiness, but quite an earthy sort of smoky quality. It's quite sweet and quite smoky, sort of all in one. And this is what it kind of sits between the sort of early part of the core range is the red label, the black label, and then the gold label. And they're each designed to sort of show off different things. So the red label is the sort of sweet one, the gold label is the sort of elegant, sort of fruity one, and then you've got this one which is the sort of richer, smokier one. So this is why they're so popular, because they really, within even that range, before you even get to the ones higher in the range, which goes all the way up to of course the very famous blue label, but before you even get to that, with those 3 whiskies at the beginning of the range, they really have something for everybody. So yeah, just lovely. I'm getting a lot of honey, like fresh honeycomb, and also a lot of toffee and caramel as well, but also that sort of earthy smoke. They use Kalila and Talisker in particular from, it's owned by Diageo, Johnnie Walker, and from within their own set of distilleries they use Talisker and Kalila a lot within their blends to give this sort of smoky, earthy quality. So let's have a taste. It's just so soft, it's very mouth coating. You get this sweetness, and it's again this sort of honey. It's not the most complicated of whiskies, and whiskies don't always have to be complicated. It's just very pleasant indeed. It's got this caramel, honeycomb, some dried fruits in there as well. I'm thinking like raisins and sultanas in particular. Just a little pinch of like a cinnamon and white pepper. That's that sort of spice in there as well. And then all of the time there's this very soft smoke, peat smoke kind of drifting around. It's very sort of all-encompassing. And this is the skill of these master blenders, you know, Jim Beveridge and his team, that create all of the Johnnie Walkers, the core range and the limited editions as well, is using these different single malts and different single grains that are at their disposal to really create different flavour and aroma profiles. You know, I always equate it to, it's like a chef cooking with a meal. They use different ingredients to bring out different things within a dish. So let's have another taste. Yeah, you can see why so many people like it. Again, just all of those flavours kind of dancing around in the mouth. You know, really soft, flavoursome. There's, you know, enough going on to keep you interested. The richness, the sweetness, touch of this dried fruit, and then this sort of smokiness as well. So you can see why so many people like it, and so many people buy it in such amazing quantities around the world. You know, so yeah, great. So it's so nice to sort of revisit a whiskey like this, you know, real classic. So that's about it. You know, I'm gonna now get on with some jobs before it starts getting dark and before the rain comes again. So from myself and the Johnnie Walker Black Label, 12 years old, we shall bid you farewell, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye now.